Morning, this is Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. It's a white morning. I guess we got some snow. The annoying thing is it wasn't forecast. It was not supposed to snow. And I keep checking the forecast, and I check it 3-4 times a day. But, the weather, man. That's how it is, I guess. There's a squirrel up here who's angry with me. Actually, he's not angry with me, he's angry with Baby Cat because she was in the window looking at him. He's yelling. Anyway, it's cold, it's 20 degrees right now, and it's really cold. But it is 60, what is it inside right now? 62 inside, 22 out and 62 in. Not too bad considering the wood stove was damped right down and went out in the night at some point. So, not bad. That's not bad at all. And the loft is not insulated yet. So the tiny house is doing alright so far. It's still a construction zone. I've got a long way to go. It's a bit of a dump. I'm embarrassed to actually show you because I've got boxes everywhere. But, anyway. I'll get it. I gotta clean this place up again. All the tools and electricity, electrical wires and fasteners and everything else is out all over the place. But it's a job. I was hoping to get it done before the first snow, but there it is. Well, I mean, the house is solid and it's holding heat, so that's definitely a bonus. The cabinets are definitely usable and up. Alright, that is really nice. The walls are up, so I guess I could be happy. Anyway, starting a new day. Boy, I wish I had recorded that. This was hilarious. I opened the chicken coop and the birds, they came out. Their feet hit the ground and they jumped up in the air flying. Then their feet hit the ground, they jumped up and down, up and down, up and down, every one of them. This is their first snow for most of them. And look, a couple of them are out there confused and dazed. Silky's out there lost, trying to figure out what's going on here. Where is she? And look, they're all just scattered around. Instead of eating, they're lost and confused. The ones up on the roost, poor things, they'd never seen snow before. When it hit their feet, it was hilarious. I wish I had recorded that, but I couldn't have foreseen that. One up there on the weather station framework. Just don't want to touch that ground. It's funny. Now that's their first snow. I want to show you, after the batteries have been resting, I had the battery charger running last night for quite a long time. And this was at green. And after the batteries have been resting all night, they're at 12.7 volts. Now, I don't understand because the charge controller shows that's discharged. But I was looking online, just double checking, it says 12.8 is considered charged at rest. This is, I don't know, maybe 8 hours after the charge has been taken off. Now there is 5 watts going in, but that's nothing. 0.4 amps. Anyway, 12.4 or 12.7 volts. And if 12.5 is considered discharge, I don't have a lot of playroom here with these golf cart batteries. So right now I'm really paying a lot of attention on these new batteries to the voltage like never before. So especially now that it's colder weather, less sunlight, I really got to pay attention because in summer I had more power than I could use. Right now I don't, so I got to really be careful. But that's what worries me, that yellow light, that orange light. Orange is telling me that the charge controller says it's low, and I don't know, it's might be just these golf cart batteries are, maybe they are just lower. I'm trying to find some specs on them. They're from Johnson Controls. They are Autocraft batteries made by Johnson Controls. If anybody can find anything that I can't find, be happy to know. Any specs. Well, here's good news. The light is green, well, going towards green. Got 13.1 volts. Can you see that? And 20 watts coming in. Not very much, but it's enough to start topping that off. That's a good thing. Unfortunately, yesterday I didn't get over 20-30 watts. I think it was. I might have hit a peak of 50 watts for a couple seconds once with 400 watts of solar panels. The meadow is mostly in full shade almost all day now. The sun is lower, and this is the worst point of the winter. I can't do much right now. I don't have any wire, because if you guys remember, my wire burnt up in the summer. So I don't have any wire. So I get, after Thanksgiving, I will be getting some wire. And I want to put some solar panels right up here next to the Harbor Freight ones, because I get more sunlight right there now, which is odd. But actually I get morning sunlight way over there. I get afternoon sunlight over here, and I get midday sunlight out by the chicken tractor. It really jumps around this time of year because the trees, I don't know if you can see it from here. Yeah, the sun still isn't cleared the trees yet and come around, but the trees are really blocking the sunlight. I'm thinking about going mad with a chainsaw out here one day soon and get some more sunlight out here in the meadow. That's important. Wind is picking up. Time to get that wind turbine going, but again, payday. After Thanksgiving, I'll be putting up the wind turbines. Sorting all my electrical with the help of Baby Cat. Just all my wires. I started just working and I realized often I forget to just record what I'm doing, and this is what I do with my day sometimes. I sit here and I sort. This is all that stuff I got from the auction haul a couple weeks ago, a week or so ago. The bulk of this stuff, this is some heavy duty wire with an inline fuse. Really heavy duty. So I'm sorting everything out so I have an overview of what's what here. There's a battery lug, top post terminal. I've got some really nice treasures in here. A bunch of wire, hookup wire. I love it. Now there's, what's this? It's interesting. Looks like it goes onto a cigarette lighter plug. Well, look at this here. This is a 12 volt cigarette lighter socket. Heavy duty. Really heavy duty. It looks like it's, I'd almost want to say it's almost outdoor quality. But look at this amount of wire that comes with that thing. That's insane. That's unusual. That was no cheap piece. That was in that deal I got at the auction haul. So what I'm doing is I want to get an overview. I want wires with wires, and I want all these other gadgets with gadgets, so I have an overview. I'm not quite sure how this connects. I see there's a, oh, you take the cover off. Oh. But there's no screws in there. I don't understand how the ends connect. I see there's screw ends inside. You take the cover off, you can put the wire in and screw the screws on here, but I don't know how you connect the common. It's part of the reason I haven't tried using it, but this would be great. Great for the main fuse block for my, oh there, it opened up on its own there. The main fuse block for my battery box. Wait, that's a screw. How's that work? I'm not quite sure. That's a nut in itself, so I'm not quite sure how this goes together. Interesting. I don't have the ends for that, but it sure is a good start. Anyway, so there's some relays, some battery terminal clamps. There's a toggle switch. These I had. So I'm sorting out everything so I get a good overview. There's all my battery wires. I'm going to put them in there too. But I just wanted to show you, and there's all my small electronics, LEDs and stuff. My eBay purchases, electric fly swatter, very useful. in the middle of the woods. This I'll be using pretty soon when I hook up the power properly in here. It's big. So there's the general wires. And this way I'll have everything sorted out neatly and separated based on what's on the individual items type of things. And these are all the little, well, there's a USB, there's a 12 volt plug-in battery charger. I've got all my Harbor Freight hookups and connections that come with the solar panels, and cigarette lighter plugs, male and female sockets to go to your batteries. This is all years of collecting. Well, this is a very, very useful tool I bought one time. Very useful tool. Cigarette lighter plug clamps right onto your battery bank. Various power inverters come with heavy duty cables, so I keep this together. That'll all be going in a box of its own separately, so I have an overview. Oh, that came with the Harbor Freight briefcase kit. That's a stupid thing, really. This came with a briefcase charger, but I have no idea. It's supposed to be a 12 and 18 volt battery power tool battery charger, but I don't know how that works. But anyway, I'm going to keep on sorting out all my wires here. Oh, there's some more. So here's my screw-on terminals. Those will go up in the cabinets. Up in the kitchen I've got my, that's from the old RV, or the old camper, whose frame I'm sitting on right now. Alright, anyway, I gotta sort this all out. Get everything put away neatly, because this place is a mess right now. These batteries are weak by nature. There's these two brand new golf cart batteries, which I've been charging for about, I probably had them on the generator for between 12 and 15 hours with the big charger on. Maybe close to 20 hours in the last few days, because I had this on automatic. It's got a computerized automatic mode, which varies it goes up to, I set the max amps that I want to use, but it varies the amount it's actually putting into the batteries, and it shows the battery percentage of charge and the amps going in and the current voltage. And I had it on automatic after running it for about, I had these going for 10 hours at 20 amps, and then I had that on automatic anytime I was using my laptop the last couple of days. So I had my Harbor Freight generator powering this on automatic. So basically this was topping off whatever I was taking. Oh, baby cat is distracting. So anyway, this was putting in whatever I was pulling off. Now we've got midday and only 30 watts coming out of 400 watts of solar panels. I am not getting any real sunlight at all during the day now. The sun is way below the trees. And I'm down at 12.6 volts. Battery indicator is between yellow and red, which means very, very bad. Very bad. And all I'm pulling, I changed, actually the Belkin inverter I was using was only a 50 watt. I kept saying 75 watt. This was only a 50 watt. And it kept flashing a red light. Now I understand why. It wasn't enough for my laptop. Now I've got here a 100 watt inverter. Actually, I only got this. I got this at Tractor Supply on discount for only $5. That's crazy. $5. It was on clearance, and I couldn't pass that up. Now I'm using it, so I'm happy I had it. Anyway, that's running my laptop and a charger to a jump starter that I have that I want to have now that the sun is shining. I was hoping to have enough power to run my laptop, which is going through the extension cord here, and this is only 300 milliamps, so it's nothing at all, to power up the jump starter, which I'll use for light and USB for charging cell phones and devices on cloudy days. So that's a standby source of power that I keep around just for cloudy days. And anyway, so I've got the just these two units. Again, that's only 300 milliamps, so that's nothing at all going into there. That takes 20 hours to charge, unfortunately. But with that little drain, I'm already down to 12.6 volts. And that's not cool at all. These batteries just don't seem to have a whole lot of power in them. These advanced auto golf cart batteries. That, or their voltage is actually lower on average than your standard lead acid batteries, because they on average rest at a lower voltage after being charged. So now the tags I had on them, let me see here, we're showing right after being charged 6.72 volts, which would have put me at 12, 13, 14, 13 and a half, 14 volts. But of course that was right after being charged, and after sitting they were down to 5.8 volts, which would put me at 10, 11, 12 point, what was it, 16, 12.6, is that right? 5 times 2 is 10, plus 16, no, 11.6, yeah, that's not cool. So at rest these were not doing well at all. Unfortunately, the guys over at Advanced Auto couldn't let them sit for 24 hours. They did it just overnight. But still, those need to be desulfated by the Bedini. Different story. Brand new batteries probably are lightly sulfated because they were discharged when I got them, new off the shelf. And I've learned from battery studies that sulfation occurs the day the batteries are filled with acid, and sitting around for 30 days or so without being charged is, again, these were 11.7 something when I got them, volts when I combined them together, so that's not good. They had been sulfated from just sitting around, so they will probably need to be put on the Bedini as well. So one thing at a time, I'm going to use this to run the Bedini to power these, fix these, which is going to take a few weeks to a month or so, and then finally I can use these to desulfate these, and eventually I'll start getting some more power in this place. But they are holding steady at 12.6, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm going to go outside in a while and see if I can get a couple more solar panels hooked up as well. Well, I'll tell you what, this tiny house on wheels is not going to cause me to freeze this winter. It's 82 inside, 39 out, 11% humidity. There is constantly a cast iron kettle of water on the wood stove. People, I keep getting comment after comment after comment after comment, and I keep forgetting to show it on video. There it is. This has been there the whole time, and I go through about a half gallon to a gallon of water a day. And the humidity is still that low. It's really hard with a wood stove in such a small space to keep the humidity at a comfortable level, especially when it's only 35 out, which is the bottom limit of your comfort zone anyway. There is no heat in here right now. I cranked down the wood stove, closed it off. It is the amount of sun coming in. Look at how bright this place is. Look at that. The amount of sun coming into this place heats this place up, and that's it. That's the only source of heat right now. I do not need a passive solar heating porch, because during any sunny periods it is hot in here. It's a scorcher. I'm actually going to have to figure a way to stop the sun from heating it up so badly in here. So definitely not going to suffer this winter. I shut off the camera and then I realized, well, on the other hand, I'm sweating to death. So I'm not going to suffer from cold this winter. I'm out of breath. I should have recorded this. I just moved those beasts. Whoever thinks I should just move them around all the time, I'll tell you what, that's a job. That is a serious job, moving those things around. You don't just like move them around casually. They are heavy and fragile. You got to be so careful. But now I've got 4 panels hooked up, and Still not direct light, but now I've got 150 watts coming in, so I've increased my power considerably. So now I'm gaining power rather than losing with my laptop plugged in. My laptop is uploading a video that I processed this morning. I use the laptop's battery pack as much as I can, and then plug it in the charge as needed. So anyway, 130 to 150 watts of power coming in. I'm going to be doing a lot better now.